a lot of big fans here, but it isn't just a fan movie. It is a movie that anyone can really, it's accessible to anyone.
Yeah, I mean, we wrote it again. You know, we did not sit down to say we are going to write, this isn't Tron fan fiction. We wanted to write an entire, you know, a movie that everyone could enjoy. And so for us, it's a father-son story. You know, it's about a son who's, you know, in a weird way learning about his father. You know, Joe says this, the theme is, and I think he says it best, he goes, it's finding a human connection in a digital world. And I think that's really relevant today because, you know, how many times, if any of you, I have a child, you know, I'll be at the park with them, push him on a swing, and I'll feel I got an email. So there's a part of you that wants to check that email.
His child, not your child.
Yeah, it's not yours. The Late Show. But to us, that's exactly the push and pull with technology. It's supposed to bring us all together. But how many times does somebody call you and you're so mad they didn't just text you? You're like, oh, now we got to call them back. And so for us, there's a universal appeal to this movie, both thematically with the father and son story, and also I think a comment about technology.
Yeah, because to us it really became about a movie where a father and son are literally separated by technology. And in a world where, with all the social networking and all the different things you can do, it actually in some ways can make you communicate less in a face-to-face way.
Well, I'm guessing there may be some people here who have some questions, so...
That guy's first. I mean, there's no...
Clearly.
That guy's got a question that is going to stump me. I can feel it. No, go ahead.
So, well, people with mics that actually make it fully functional. And then I go loud and it's just blowing your eardrums out. So this gentleman right here.
Oh, I was just wondering if you got to watch the movie while sitting in the D-Box. If I want to see it in 3D, but I want to see it in motion.
We have not seen it with any of the D-Box technology employed, but hopefully it'll be super exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that would be an awesome way to experience it, definitely.
Sure. My question is, since you said it's a father-son story, would you consider Clue to be the older brother in the situation?
Well, I think that for us, that's a great question because we looked at it as a father and two sons, a son and two fathers, you know, brothers, and like there were so many different permutations to how the relationships played out. As writers, it gave us a great opportunity to try to explore different things.
Yeah, it's a great question because when you see the movie, you'll see that, you know, it depends, you know, Sam is kind of like having two fathers, and for Flynn, it's like two sons. And imagine, you know, there's a younger version of yourself out there, and you've grown so much since it, but it's there to constantly remind you of things that you've tried to grow from. Only in this version, it's trying to kill you.
All right, we have a question over here.
Hi, first off, I love City Thinking. It's absolutely awesome.
Thank you. I've been doing this for what? 20 minutes now.
But what I wanted to know is how difficult was it to write a new story that the newer generation can be involved with, but still have the feel of the original Tron?
Well, that's exactly the question, you know, when we first heard about it, we asked ourselves, which is like, how can we make this from the same DNA, but reward people? And
it was always about honoring what Tron is, but we're trying to find a way in for anyone who wanted to come, and to really open this up to be, the thing that was so great about the original Tron is it's such a great movie, and it's such a great idea, and Steven Lisberger was so forward-thinking that now the world, and Steven is the first to talk about this, has caught up to it in a way which, to us, afforded us the opportunity to try to tell the story where we're now, when Tron came out, the amount of people who had computers was much, much less than now. Now everyone has got computers in their pockets and in their phones that are more powerful than anything back then. So the world is much more ready to be able to come into this world, we think, and hope. So it allowed us to kind of really try to say, we can tell this story to hopefully a new generation, and they can come in fresh.
We have a question over here.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's explained in the movie or if there's a specific reason why Alan's Tron program doesn't make a comeback, or is that more of a secret?
I would say in the movie in 2 weeks.
Twice. Second time is always better.
That
Third is even better.
That is a very good question, and see the movie. We don't want to say anything specific about what's going on for those who haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
Okay, question here.
I was just wondering, when you were writing, if you wrote some of the things to be in 3D, when you found out it was going to be, like, make sure it comes actually. Yeah, it's funny because we actually we always knew it was going to be filmed in 3D, but when we were writing it, that kind of Joe Kaczynski's department. You know, we would just write the scene the way, you know, we all thought it should be, and then the way he shot it was exactly what we were thinking. How am I going to, you know, how am I going to storyboard this? How am I going to shoot this for that effect? But when we wrote it, we literally just wrote it straight. And if you read the script, you would see that it was no different than any other script. It wasn't
Except the script itself is in 3D.
Yeah, we had to write it in black. It was really blurry when you would look at them.
Other questions? Up here in the front.
Did you guys collaborate with Daft Punk on it, or like where did that come from?
Daft Punk very early on was brought into the process by the directors and producers to score the movie. We are not composers. We would never even begin to want to think we could enter their world. They did an amazing job, and you know, knowing that they were involved and that they were a part of this, you know, and being familiar with their music really helped sort of create a vibe for the whole process.
Yeah, I mean, you know, definitely we listened to a lot of Daft Punk while we were writing it.
To that point, actually, I mean, I do feel like that the music, and you'll all see in a couple of weeks, really is almost a character, and it certainly it's a part of the grid. It really feels like integral to the
It's not
story.
a character. It really highlights the emotion of it. I mean, it's interesting. It's just so. I love the score so much, and you hear those. It is like a character in a way that it really kind of guides you through it. You know, it's almost in a weird way like a narrator. You know,